I'm Will, I'm the Bald Book Geek, and we are in the new reading space. I've had a massive move around and done something quite drastic. So, I saw this tag, it's been going around YouTube, booktube for a little while, and this is the booktube real talk tag. Like I said, I've seen this going around YouTube a lot, and I thought, let's do it. Let's roll with this, and let's do some real talk. Question 1. What's something nobody told you about booktube before you started your channel? How to edit? No. That despite how it looks, you're never gonna make money out of this. YouTube, people have this presumption that even I, with my sort of low numbers, make a lot of money through YouTube, and I don't. It just doesn't work that way. That's something no one told me, and I did make that presumption. And I also think no one told me how small the community is, and that's both a negative and a positive. Like, everyone seems to know everyone else's business. It's like living in a little village type thing. It's strange, it's very strange. 2. What is your opinion on typical booktube videos, wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, etc.? I enjoy them. I'm not a big TBR person, I don't watch them, because I can't relate to reading that way. When I read a book, I kind of just go with how I feel, but I do watch hauls, although I think people do too many hauls. And I do watch wrap-ups. I prefer singular book reviews, but people don't really do those because they don't get views. You know, these types of videos are the bread and butter of YouTube and of booktube, and it makes it very there. It's that kind of vibe. You know, if you don't do them, you're not going to get seen. It's simple, and that's usually how it works for most people. 3. What is an assumption you had about booktube before you joined? Was it proved to be correct or not? My biggest presumption is that booktube is this really insular, small, supportive, welcoming community of readers. And it was kind of proved incorrect. Yes, booktube is very small and it's a great little community of readers, but from personal experience, so I have a second channel, which is not abandoned, I'm just working out where to go with it. And my welcome there was amazing. Like, people were talking to me, people were giving me shout outs there and then. It was really nice, and my welcome here was 2 views and a dislike, which to this day still kind of left me cold. I didn't really understand what I was doing though at the time. I think it's a very welcoming community if you fit a certain mold. There's always going to be that person that starts weeks after you and becomes really big really fast. And you can't help but feel a little jealous. Although you pretend to be supportive, but if you don't fit a certain mold of booktuber, you tend to be looked upon with a little bit of suspicion. Yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. You tend to get looked upon in that way. The minute you put one foot wrong, people on booktube want to burn a witch, even if you aren't one. It's not actually the welcoming community that I thought it would be. Yeah, I'm being honest here. 4. What is something that you've done that actually helped you to grow your audience? You know what? Social media. That's quite helpful. Talking to people. And I didn't know about this tag video when I first started. I jumped in with loads of reviews. But the booktube newbie tag, like the first video you should do, because it will instantly help you hit that 100 subscribers. You can get your custom URL. You can do all that. Like, just talking to people and being nice. And honestly, trying not to make a twat out of yourself. Basically, don't, you know, like I said, everyone wants to burn a witch, even if you aren't one. We've seen that many times. But social media is amazing. Instagram, Twitter, there's Facebook groups. I'll give kudos to the small YouTube community on Facebook because they're fantastic. That's social media, and just do it that way. 5. What is a common mistake you see new booktubers, or one that you've made? I made this mistake, people make this mistake, and it's not doing the newbie tag. Make it your first video that you do on this platform, because it's instant. People look for that tag, people will go out there and go, well, this person is looking for people, and that people actively search for the newbie tag. And it's a great way of doing it, and it's a great way of getting to know people. It helps a lot. Find the newbie tag yourself and get to know them. And that way, it's instant growth. It's quite amazing what the newbie tag does. And there are countless iterations of this tag, so you can go crazy and have fun with it. 6, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? So I've done a handful of sponsored videos. I've done a handful of other things like that, and I work closely with certain publishers. Titan being a fantastic publisher that I work very well with. They're probably my closest working relationship. I think sponsorships are great. They're bread and butter. They're a bit of money in your pocket. Certain booktubers getting a free book and sponsorship mixed up. And also, sometimes if money has changed hands, it can change people's opinions. Like, they can give a really book that they didn't like and will unhaul in a couple of months, really rate amazing reviews when they haven't really read it. And there is a bit of a sleazy side to it from other people, third parties as well. Be it writers, be it publishers, be it whatever. As long as you do them and you're open and honest that this is a sponsorship, unlike certain people that did the Instagram made me do it or buy it videos that they weren't admitting were sponsored, but they were. Yeah. So just be open and honest that it's a sponsorship. That's all I ask. I have no issue with it because we all got to eat, right? 7, do you think that booktube is dying? No. I think booktube is changing. I think now it's opened up. We are seeing the YA bubble that was booktube is popping, and it's like a slow ripple effect. We are getting people who are not YA focused or this focused or that focused. We're getting people on this platform that are older, younger. There are kids reviewing books. There are people talking about literary fiction, historical fiction and romance. Yuck, I know. But still, there are people talking about everything and anything. There's even channels dedicated to erotica. You know, there's something for everyone, and it's opening up. And I think that's the big change that we're seeing. But I also think booktube is being slightly hindered by YouTube, because YouTube is making it harder and harder for small creators and small creators and small channels across every genre of booktube, of YouTube I should say, making it harder and harder for small people to start, and it's so difficult to crack, whether you're gaming, whether you're beauty, whether you're a commentary channel, whether you're just doing skits or making short films, it's getting more difficult. Finally, 8, tag your friends. So I'm going to tag Harriet Rosie. I've not tagged you in ages. I like your content. You're great fun. I like your channel. I'm going to tag Book Invasion. I love this guy. He is fantastic. Steve Donahue, Stripped Cover Lit, and I think that's it. That's who I tagged. So, Harriet Rosie, Book Invasion, Steve Donahue, and Stripped Cover Lit. You guys are tagged. Oh, and before I head off, all of my links are in the doobly-doo, so if you want to get in touch, feel free, and my Patreon and everything else is down there too. Bye, guys.